Welcome to another Zencast, a morning edition Zencast. And yeah, we have a snowstorm that is still being projected for Friday night to Saturday. And I want to say that the models are a little Jekyll and Hyde. So I was gonna wait and do the 12Z models, but I figured let's just do the OZ models from last night. The main thing is that I want to show you something which is the reverse of what we saw yesterday. Okay, so this is the European from last night, right? Overnight run, and let us just go through. Oh, by the way, today's gonna be about 40 degrees in the 40s, but tomorrow super cold, lows in single digits, highs, barely breaking 20. All right, so let us go towards the time frame of the storm and see what exactly happened. Okay, so here is, let's get that drawing tool. Okay, so you're watching these pieces of energy, okay, and how they're going to interact. So the northern stream is going to interact with the southern stream. Remember, the key is the stronger the storm, the faster it could turn neutral to negative, and then the closer to the coast it can be. So when you see these pieces of energy diving into each other, okay, and they consolidate to form fairly strong, nice consolidated system, and you see that here, right? Take a look at that right here, and then boom, it's up the coast. And I mean, that's actually very, very impressive. New England, Vermont gets smoked in this. New York City, I'd say from Philadelphia through New York City, all of New England, this is a pretty run, okay? But here's the difference. Yesterday, the European model was further east. So yeah, I mean, still got snow in the area and still hammered New England, but New York City was on the fringe, right? Well, take a look at why. So this is the European from yesterday, about the same time frame. When it gets the pieces of energy, okay, right? When it takes these and phases them, it's not a complete phase, or the phase is a little bit late. You see this? Remember I was telling you it's like strung out, okay? So that energy is strung all the way out, back to the west. Well, that means the phase happens a little bit later, and the storm's a little bit weaker, so it progresses in a positive tilt. Go back to our class from yesterday, right? So it's moving more progressive with a positive tilt until it finally gets that energy in, and then it starts going neutral negative. But at that point, the storm is a little bit further off the coast. So that means the bulk of the precipitation is further off the coast. So let us just look at that here. And again, you see that this is closer, tucked into the coast. I'm going to show you the surface map for fun. Before we do the surface map, let's go to the GFS, because I did mention a little Jekyll and Hyde, because last night's GFS looks a lot like yesterday's European, where the energy gets strung out. And here we come with the piece of energy, and give me a second. I think I switched the color here, yeah. Okay, I think I switched the color. So, yes, we're on blue now, okay? Here are the pieces of energy. And as we swing them through, right, and as they begin to phase, but again, you see that? See, it's held back just a little bit. It's very similar to yesterday's European, where it was held back just a little bit, right? And then if we go through this, I mean, you still get the storm, but again, it's just a little bit further east. So they kind of flip-flopped, because yesterday, let's go to the GFS from yesterday. Let's go back. See over here, it's all consolidated. It's good night. Oops. Sorry about that. It's a nice consolidated all the energy phase together nicely, and that really pops the storm and gets us to get negative sooner and rides up the coast. So yeah, that is the key difference that we're seeing, and that's going to be a big difference. And the European even closes off this upper level low and makes it a very powerful storm. So let's go ahead and take a look at the surface maps. So first, let's take a look at the European surface map, and let us just get right to it. So here we are. Here is the storm system getting its act together off the coast, and boom, you see that it turns like that. It really smashes into the coast. That's the negative tilt right there. Okay, and that just brings in that snow. That's the heavy part of the storm. That's where it'd be thumping snow. You'd be pasted. Someone texted me something, which I can't. Well, I probably can say on YouTube, but I don't want to say it on YouTube. Jim, you know who you are. All right, and then the storm system lifts out. But you could see New England gets hammered from this all the way from Philadelphia, New York City. It's a good bet. Philadelphia is on like the obviously the western end of it. So New York City would get more snow in this case, in this run verbatim. But the snowfall maps, otherwise known as the clown maps, look pretty impressive for this, but I'm not going to post those, okay? Too early for snowfall maps. Let us go back to the GFS and also do the surface map. We're going to do it for last night just to see. Where am I here? Sorry. Got to put the blue on there or else everyone's going to say that shows rain. All right. So you see the low is off the coast, right? I mean, you do get some snow in here, but it's just further off coast, and it's a eastern New England special here. So yeah, a complete flip-flop from yesterday. So let's in fact go ahead and pull up yesterday's surface map for the European. And you see that it's out here. Let's see if I can put a little mark there. And if we come here, and these are not going to line up exactly because the map is different, the screen is different, but you can see it is a lot more tucked in, specifically on this frame, right? Okay, there you go. All right, and again, the GFS just offshore, but one model run, right? What do I say? The models don't make the weather makes the weather, and these are just tools. And just remember, like I mentioned yesterday, sampling of these pieces of energy will be better today. I really think that tonight, the model runs this evening, the 0Z runs this evening are going to start. We want to start seeing some agreement. And by the way, the ensembles, in case anyone wants to know what the ensembles are. So the ensembles are pretty much the same model run with slightly different parameters, and the spread on the low pressure of how far east it can get and how far west it can get is actually quite comical. And we're getting into the 4 to 5 day range now of this storm. So we want to start seeing the spread come together, and we want to start seeing some coherence on these models and less Jekyll and Hyde. But again, it's a very slight difference, okay? Does this phase, is the timing set up so this phase is, you get a stronger storm, pops it neutral negative earlier, and it goes up the coast? Or is it more, let's go back to the GFS, is it more strung out? Like what we're seeing here, where the energy is, you can really see it here in this time frame. That this is just a little bit quicker than this, and the phase is not as clean, and you're leaving some energy behind. And then again, you could see, as we talked yesterday, this is still a positive tilt here. Okay, the faster this all comes together, the faster it goes neutral, and then the faster it goes negative. And when it goes negative, it bombs out. And if you're near the precipitation shield, when it goes negative, and by the way, when it goes negative, the precipitation shield does expand, and that is your really heavy snowfall rates, and that's where, you know, you could pick up a couple inches per hour during that time frame. So hey, signals are still there. The players, we see them, and we just got to keep watching it. And I know we're gonna start sounding like a broken record. You watch this video, watch yesterday's video. Just trying to show you a little bit of differences from yesterday to today, why we're seeing those differences, and it's kind of actually cool to see one model now showing what the other one did, and now the reverse is happening the other way. And at some point, there's going to be some sort of consolidation, and we will get a better handle of this. So, yep, hit all those buttons, like, subscribe, notification bells, and whistles. Put some comments below, and I'll keep you posted. And like I just said earlier, models do not make the weather. The weather makes the weather. Have a good one, everyone.